Hello guys, we'll start with the broadcast section with no embargo, followed by an embargoed section for 10:30pm on Wednesday the 31st of December. No live tweeting during the broadcast section and use a microphone provided. James.
Thomas, good to see you. Hope you had a good Christmas first and foremost. And next up, team news. I know the game's just a couple of days away, but any doubts, any issues with any of the squad you played against Crystal Palace?
No. Everyone should be available. Yeah.
Any players returning? Oh, Cristian Romero obviously returning from his suspension. But I'll just ask about him. He's got this FA charge lingering over him. Do you know if that's going to be completed in time for the game? Is there any worries or concerns that he might be suspended for longer than just the one match?
No, he's ready for the game tomorrow. As far as I know, it's something that will be decided in early January. So, yeah.
And Destiny Udogie, is he close to returning?
He is running out there on the pitch, doing individual sessions on the pitch, so progressing going forward. So that's good.
And the long-term players, I won't mention their names.
Thank you. I promise you I will mention when they are fully firing.
Okay, fine. Yeah. We'll leave it there. Yeah. Look, news broke today about Brennan Johnson. A fee has been agreed between Tottenham and Crystal Palace for him. How are you reacting to that? Is that something you're happy to accept if clubs agree a fee that the player may have a future elsewhere?
Again, this is the third time I think I get that question. So there's rumours out there. In general, I'll not comment on that. No matter if we want to sign or sell a player or get a staff member in or out, or have no interest in commenting in either way.
I think before I would certainly say there's been rumours asked, but this feels like this is different and the fee's been agreed. If I understand, I respect what you're saying, but with all that speculation going on with Brennan Johnson, is he still part of the squad for New Year's Day's game?
He contributed to a very good and important win against Crystal Palace. He trained very well today. I expect him fully to be available and able to play against Brentford.
And finally, from me, look, on January, we are only a couple of days away from the window. Do you expect then to be busy, not just in terms of incomings, but outgoings as well? And are there any specific targets in terms of positions on the pitch that you'd like to bring in this window?
We will be in the market. We are definitely interested in, if we can, strengthen a squad. We will do that. I've said it a few times before that. I think it's very important, as of course, different types you can add to a squad, but the main bit is the ones we add need to be one that we really think can improve the team. And then like normal, that can be outgoings. If you want to do is try to make a share-up squad. You're welcome.
Sam.
Hi, Thomas. Good to see you. I'll start by asking about Thursday, if I may, please. Your first time, of course, back at the Gtech. How much are you looking forward to it? Will you allow yourself any emotions at all, or is it very much business as usual?
That one cannot be special. Business as usual. That is special. I don't think I have thought that much about a game when it's coming back to me, and I'm actually happy that I have those emotions, because that means it meant something to me. The 9 years I spent in Brentford, almost 7 as a head coach. Brentford Football Club, the fans and especially the people I work closely with have a special place in my heart. That's the longest time I've ever been in a club, and we achieved incredible things together. So that is very, very special. First and foremost, I need to be extremely focused to go right instead of going left when I come out to the stadium. So that's the first thing. And it will be special to arrive just before the match start. But of course, when the first whistle goes, there's only one aim, and that is doing everything I can together with the team, perform well and get 3 points.
With that in mind, will it also be a bit of a strange occasion then for you as well?
Yeah, but it's strange. I don't know. I think I would say no, it's not strange. Special. It's special in every aspect. It's special because there's one job to do. I'm head coach for this fantastic club. I'm working night and day to do everything I can to improve the team and the club. And there's one aim, that I want to win the football match ahead of me, together with the team. And then it's special to come back first time in front of all the fantastic Brentford fans and the players and the staff I know very well.
It's obviously not long since you last played them. What did you learn from that game that you can take into this one on Thursday?
I learned a few things. So one, that I know we won the game, but before that and also after here, you can see they're strong, they've done well. I think they're such a top example to follow for a lot of football people, what they have created. So, and I think actually it's super, in many ways it's super good that they perform well. I'm happy for that, because when you leave something, you want to make sure that hopefully the impact you had are sustainable. So the bit we built together, me and a lot of other people together, not only about me, build a very strong culture, very strong organization, very strong structure. So they could hire from within an unexperienced head coach, but a good person, good football, knowledgeable person in Keith, and good leadership skills. Carry on with a lot of other good people in the organization. So it basically take me, 4 staff members, something like that, 4 key players, and they are still performing in the most competitive league in the world. That is very, very remarkable. That's unbelievable. And it's a bit like that I, on the flip side, want to create here in Tottenham. Something unbelievable, strong culture, strong organization, strong structure. So no matter what things happen, we are strong and stable. Can be strong and stable and consistent. You have a real chance to create something magical. And that's the aim. What I want to do again here in Tottenham, and that's what they have done very well.
George.
Thomas, hello. Brentford use a lot of data, and you obviously know the club so well. And I just wonder, is that something that you want to bring to Tottenham that maybe Tottenham aren't advanced at, as possibly Brentford? Is that fair or not?
I think these days every club have very good data. I think the scouting department that Rob and Johan Lange have built together here is very strong. I see a lot of similarities to what I saw in Brentford. So that's relatively even. Of course, they have a bigger base also with Matthew's company behind it. I think what people didn't understand fully, I would say, in Brentford, what the real secret sauce was the people, was the culture. That was built stronger and stronger year after year.
I know you don't want to talk about Brennan Johnson leaving, I understand that, but just in terms of, can you give us an insight into where his head's at? He scores this massive goal for Tottenham, which wins them Europa League. He's had an unbelievable season last year in terms of his goals, and then now he's not getting in the team. So sort of, how does he feel when you're speaking to him at the moment? And, you know you don't want to talk about whether he's staying or going, but just how is his head and where's it at? And is he part of your future plans, I suppose?
As I said, Brennan is a very important player for us. Sometimes things change if another player comes in. I said it's unfortunately Kudos came in for him and played on the right side, have done well. So it's been a little bit more tricky to get enough starts. Started the season also quite well from the left. I think Brennan had a lot of attributes. Very good running in behind, very good scoring goals. That's a good quality. So some of those key things is fantastic. Also working hard for the team, but you need more than just 11 players. So that's the way it is. I think Brennan's been top professional. Is top professional. Trained well today. He's ready for 2 days. In 2 days' time.
That January transfer window does open in a couple of days' time. Just, I know it's a bit cliche, but have you given the club your shopping list of what you want?
I think there's a few things we need to understand. The January window is the most difficult window. So I understand it's a window and everyone super excited speaking about it, and it will not stop before after the 31st of January. and that's the way it is. As I said, I can't highlight enough. We are in the market. We're prepared. We're working, but I also think it's super important. As I said before, every decision I take together with, of course, the other guys in terms of decision making, is for the future of the club. So there's no reason to sign a player if you don't think it's for the future of the club. If it's just helping a little bit the next 6 months. We need to build something sustainable that can be very strong and powerful, and that journey takes time, and that journey needs to take good, clever decisions along the way. That's maybe not wow, but good decisions that can make us more stable and more competitive, and then we add from there. So we are there, but we'll see what's happening.
Ali.
Hi, Thomas. This might have been covered in your first team news question answer anyway, but I just want to double check Lucas Bergvall's completely fine.
Lucas is okay. I am quite positive that he'll be available. Of course, there's a small doubt, but quite possible he will be available.
Thank you. This involves Brennan, but it's more of a kind of a general question. If Brennan were to leave, it would be 3 years in a row that Tottenham have sold their top scorer from the previous season. Just wondered, Sonny and Harry Kane before that.
Yeah.
And just wondered, how difficult is it for a club to keep finding those goals each season if you're going to sell someone that's scored so much?
Goals are very important, and they're very difficult to find. There's not two ways about that. That's very important. So it's important that how can we make sure we have enough goals in the team and players that can score goals. That's the key thing. That's of course also what we are looking after to try to improve. I think the positive bit from this season so far is I think Richie have done well and been fit and available for more than almost 8 months since we started 1st of June. 7, whatever it is, soon. But we need to have enough players with goals, and both developing them, but also finding players that can score goals for the future.
And just watch Radu Dragusin came back, obviously played a part as well in those final minutes in getting the win. First off, kind of how important was him to be back and get that feeling of being on the grass again? But secondly, also, there's been links with him going away as well. Is that kind of something that might be in your head, that maybe he needs minutes he might not get if he stays here?
Right now, I was just so happy to see him come on the pitch, being out for 9 months, 10 months, or something like that. So for him, it's massive step to step in on that pitch that he missed so much. So that for me, that's the most important thing. And I also spoke to you guys about a couple of months ago, whatever, 6 weeks ago, that he needed more trainings, more game minutes with the under-21s, and he progressively got better and better and more fit. So it's all about that. Regarding rumours.
Just a very quick last one on a very young player who's actually coming in, Mason Melia, a young Irish striker. I think he's played almost 100 senior games already. Is he someone that you'll want to take a look at first, or does he go into the under-21s? How would it work with him?
No, we need him in the club first here on the 1st of January. There's a lot of moving parts, and then when we know all the moving parts, then we'll take the final decision on what we're doing.
Okay.
I finish with Jack, please.
Hi.
In 2025, Tottenham have played 37 Premier League games and only won 11 of them. What's your assessment of that record?
Probably not the greatest record. Isn't that fair to say? What can I say to that? I've been involved in half of them. Most likely, I don't know exact number, probably something like that. So that's the bit I can assess. I think for a club of Tottenham's stature, we need to win more than 11 out of 37 games in the stage itself. I also said from the beginning I came in, it's part of a longer journey. There's not a quick fix, and we are doing everything we can to improve things, make sure things get better bit by bit. Alongside, we are also playing Champions League, which we're very happy with. And that's where we are aiming to be every year if possible. So, yeah.
What, in your view, is the path or the plan to winning more games more often in 2026?
I think slowly, bit by bit, adding those layers. So we are, how can you say, competitive in the games, for example, where not everything is perfect, which I think was a big step against Crystal Palace. I think it was a beautiful, ugly win to go away to a very difficult away ground and winning 1-0. It's probably not one of the... It's definitely a quality you need to have if you want to achieve something big. Because one thing for sure, you're not going to play 38 perfect games. You play at least 10 shit games. And can you win 3 or 4 of them 1-0 on a rainy day? Then that's a lot of quality in that. Then of course, the next bit also we need to be better on the ball. For example, that was not the best game on the ball against Crystal Palace. So there's just one area that we're working very hard on, and also be a more offensive threat. But that we are also working on. But also to that game, it's probably still fair to say that we are still without Xavi, Maddison, Kulusevski, and Solanke, some of our most creative players. Others are stepping up and doing everything they can to help the team, but that's also part of it.
Okay, we'll end the broadcast section there. Move on to the embargoed section for 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday the 31st.